Hi, welcome to Out of the Box Thinking and Enlightenment. It's hump day. The week is almost over. We're in the middle. I had a few messages that I wanted to do, but something else came to mind that is not my personal message, but it was some information that came about that I felt I could speak on that would be helpful, because this is about healing, positive thinking, and helping others. So it's not just me doing my messages and poems. It's about me venturing out into other things that are helpful. Maybe not just my little messages, but more things that are out there to help guide people to the right path. I saw this little poem by Maya Angelou. It popped up on the feed, and I thought it was a nice poem to read to you guys. Why are you always trying to be normal? Because you'll never know how amazing you can be. So basically, Maya Angelou is saying to us that we're always trying to be normal, trying to be regular and fit in with the crowd. If you don't fit in, don't worry about it. Stick out like a sore thumb and be yourself. I may be considered a little crazy or eccentric because of me doing my little whatevers, but this is me, and this is my introvert to the extrovert journey, and this is how I want to be. It does help me become more outgoing and be more talkative. Before, I kind of closed down a lot because of that, but this is me talking to you, being exciting, being fun, being loving, helping with healing messages and things of that nature, and just on this path, on this journey to be helpful and be a better person. And hopefully that my messages, even if you don't get anything and it makes you laugh a minute or two, then so be it. Laugh a minute or two. And even if you want to talk and call me crazy, talk and call me crazy. Because I am doing something that makes me feel good, and hopefully it's making you feel good too. Even if it's just for a minute or two. The message that I have, that I found, I thought it was very interesting, and a lot of things will come to me like a boing, and I said, well, you know what? I think I want to talk about that. And so this is about anger. There are many types of anger that we have, and one being misplaced or displaced anger. This is when a projective negative feeling is towards someone who has nothing to do to cause the original negative emotion. It's complicated and it can be kind of difficult to understand, but displaced anger is a real problem for people. Like it's a good example of displaced anger or misplaced anger is it affects both personal and workplace relationships. For example, say your boss said something to you that got on your nerves, but you kept quiet, and so you just milled around all day at work, and then you went home and then you got into a big old argument with your spouse, your partner, your friend, or even like say you got upset with your friend, and instead of telling your friend how you actually felt about something, you take your frustrations out on a stranger, an innocent bystander that don't know what the hell going on with you, trying to figure out how did I get this. And so that's something that we should be aware of if we're doing that, or if we're being the person that is directing that anger to someone that shouldn't be getting it, or if we are the receiver of the anger. And there is a way to deal with it. And like I said, I am not any psychiatrist or psychological or whatever type of person. I'm just speaking from my heart and what I feel about certain things. And everything has a healing value to it. You can meditate to figure out why you're doing things like that, or you can seek a professional that has a license to help you figure out why you are behaving that way. And it can cause a lot of frustration with people, because you're trying to figure out, the person's being received, trying to figure out what the heck did you do for this person to be going off on you or being mad at you, and you ain't caused none of the shit. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to internalize it because it's not our anger, but we do want to be able to express our feelings to the person that is displaying this attitude towards us. So One thing I also should say, do not allow that to continue too long. Someone putting their anger out on you, and that's not warranted, because that'll make you go into a bad place. So you need to cut that shit off quick and have a conversation with that person, or get the fuck out of there. I didn't say that. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I didn't mean to say that. But anyways, the it's basically rooted in fear. It affects the lower part of the brain, the logical part that can't hear what you're saying, and it just exacerbates. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like, gets bigger, gets worse to a situation. So the first step of managing someone else's anger is to be calm, compose yourself, and talk to them when there's no one else around. Don't do it in front of people, because it just makes it worse. Acknowledge what happened and the impact that it was having on you. Active listen to what the person is saying, and just, again, do not take it personal, because they don't mean to be that way. Ask questions for clarification, but not interrogating. So that way you can kind of help them diffuse the situation. But there's a lot of people that have that type of anger. So I'm just identifying it as to, if you do have that type of anger, or if you are giving it to someone else, that you need to take a step back, look at yourself, figure out why you're putting that on another person, and put it on where it lays. And I don't know where it lays, but you know where it lays. You know where it lays, so figure out where it lays and stop doing it to somebody. And the same thing, the person being received, getting all this shit, they don't let it go on too long. Address it nicely and calmly, and hopefully you'll resolve it. If not, get out of there. The next thing, I had a little song that kind of matches with anger, but it's like a love song. So I'm not gonna say what the name. The song is called, I don't want to even say the name, because all these little, they don't want you to say certain things and stuff, because you don't want to trigger people. So basically, let me start. Get it out the way. Your heart is cold. Is there anything I need to know? They told me so, that I better stay away from you, 'cause you're born as a tiller. Born as a tiller. When you call me baby, I'm never alone. But you was born as a tiller. Born as a tiller. Oh, I better run and get away from. And that's the message. But it matches the subject, you know? Alrighty, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. If I have time, I will get back on here and do something that's a little more whatever. But basically, that's the message.